This Cook It Dicey is a D&D podcast about dudes being bros. What adventures will they get into? Only time will tell. Like the name suggests, this podcast could get dicey. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Hello, and welcome to This Could Get Dicey, a D&D podcast where a group of buds get to unwind from their 9-to-5s and step into the world of Drew Gala. My name is Destiny Nieto, I play Loomis Bjorn, and before things get a little too dicey, I'd just like to say it's a beautiful day to watch a bunch of random sports you don't normally get to watch most of the year.
Classic.
I know that in real time, everybody's probably feeling Olympics withdrawal. But here in the moment, we're only halfway through it.
Yeah, we're deep in it.
What'd you watch?
I wasn't like a fan of the pommel horse a week ago. But damn, it's a cool apparatus.
Okay, so where's this going? What's been everyone's favorite sport to watch?
Running. I didn't think I always thought like long distance running was boring, but like that final lap of like a 5K,
Wild.
I was like, oh my gosh, there was kind of a little fight.
There was a tussle during the
tussle.
5,000 meter. Yeah,
during the 5K, the women's 5K.
What?
Like, two of the runners got a little close to each other, and it was kind of under like are we gonna have to DQ somebody? But they ended up not DQing anybody. But
Oh, is that where like they kind of like locked arms?
mm-hmm.
Is
they
that
were like
and then,
elbowing each other a little bit.
Oh, wow. Tense.
Mine has been women's rugby sevens.
That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Great watch. Really got into that because never really watched a rugby match before.
I kind of have two. One is the canoe slalom / canoe slalom cross, but we're not good at it. Or America's not good at it.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it so you're kind of like, I don't have a stake in this at all, but it's super fun because it's just, there's like apparently only like 24 canoe slalom courses like around the world, and they're like these set concrete rapid courses, and then the slalom cross, canoe slalom cross, they have to do a barrel roll. There's like a bar that they like have to dunk themselves underwater to get past.
Aye.
Yeah. And then the other one I got really into today was pole vaulting.
Oh, yes.
Because there's a new world record. And then this was like a show. This Swedish guy was putting on a show for everybody.
Yes.
Because like he had already won gold. And then he was like, I think I can go for 6.25 or whatever.
Absolutely wild.
The guy who looks like Jeremy Allen White and Timothy Chalamet had a baby from Sweden.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's actually he was born in Louisiana.
Yeah.
That's why he was speaking a lot of English with our American guy. Okay, that makes sense.
Pole vaulted in his backyard to learn. We all could be doing this. That's what they're trying to show us, all of us.
After he was finished, though, and he was like, they were like taking all their pictures and stuff, they started Dancing Queen in the stadium. And you just know they were like, cue up a Swedish artist.
Hurry, go.
I've been into the pommel horse. I also have very much been into the swimming. Especially actually, funny that you mentioned the distance running. The distance swimming has been really fascinating to me too.
Insane.
It's crazy.
I've like never really watched like the medley swimming before, and it's just like damn.
Mm-hmm.
I also like watching the sports and judging them. Like thinking about like how like old they are. I'm sure there's an easy way to look up like what were the like 4 sports that they played at the Olympics, but just like aesthetically, like pole vaulting to me is just like a bunch of Greek dudes were like, I found this big stick. And you bet I can get over this river. And they're just like, man, you're really good at that.
I bet I can do it better.
Like I would think about like the Scottish Highland Games that are just like,
Oh, yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
big rock, like carry big log. Like it's just like caveman stuff. It rules.
What Olympic sport would Emil and Ellis participate in?
Race walking, and I would cheat.
Like everyone does.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh no. I'm afraid to say I think Emil would be one of the judges. Really?
For like judo or something?
Yeah, like specific point-based judging.
I think because he has a spear, so it would be pole vaulting
Or javelin.
I thought you were going
or
to say
javelin.
Yeah. Actually, Loomis could do judo. That'd be good.
Loomis could do judo, or maybe like long distance running because he's pretty lanky. What NPC would you put in to what Olympic sport? You had to pick one.
Pick one.
I'd put Helena, and the first thing that came to my mind, I don't know if women do it, but I saw the men do it, where it's like the hammer throw.
The hammer throw?
Oh, man.
Yeah. That one's, maybe that one. It would be one of the throwing ones, so like discus or shot put or hammer.
For sure.
The discus
other
ones
old
today were
ones.
cool, too.
Yeah.
They just chuck that thing.
They chuck that thing. Hi, my name is Alex Villarreal. I play Ellis Vendove, and it's a beautiful day to watch a good compilation video.
Man.
Of what?
Oh, yeah, what was it of?
I watched a compilation video of this, like, whoever the, like, sports announcer is for, like, Fox Sports in, like, Carolina, like, South Carolina. He's just, like, the best at his job. He's just like, yeah! He's just like screaming for every sport he commentates. And it was just like a really long compilation of like his career. Very joyous. But like any compilation, you know? That was just one I watched today.
I love
long was that?
compilations. They get me. Yeah, how many of these things does this guy have? How many can he possibly have?
Oh, dude, it's especially during the like COVID era basketball. It's just like him screaming like in a quiet crowd. It's awesome. And there was also like I saw a video of him reacting to that video, and he was like kind of bashful about it, and he was just like, man, I just like love my job. Like I really lucked out. Like I love screaming about sports, and like that's just what I do.
Continuing on the Olympics one, I have been loving the compilations that are like, I'm sorry to say I did not make this year's 2024 Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
It's
So
like
good.
them like
And it's a
falling
lot
really
of
hard.
diving people, just smacking that board. I mean, just, ooh,
Yeah, I don't know, fucking compilations, you know, YouTube. No
classic YouTube, yeah.
YouTube with dinner, terrible night.
Someone should make a compilation video of our show.
Not gonna be me.
Who wants to do it?
No, the fans is
The
it's
fans
Oh,
need to
yeah,
do
sorry.
it.
The fan needs to do it.
Well, fans don't have access to the video, so it'd have to be an audio only.
They can
Yeah.
rip the small, short videos,
Yeah, just
preview
of the little
videos that we
clips
show on
that you
social.
post. Hello, I'm Kenny Chilton, and I play Emil Mazak, and it's a beautiful day to get a new puppy dog.
Oh,
Did get a
okay.
new puppy dog.
Yep, it's been about a month or so since we got her. Maybe more than that. I don't know. We've had
That's
her for
wild.
a little while. Y'all have all met her. She's real cute. She is the only dog we've ever had that like gets the for real zoomies. And we've had dogs, you know, and she gets like the zoomies for real. I was just late to the recording because she was just sprinting, couldn't stop. I guess this like manic look in her eyes has to go. She's a chocolate lab mix of some kind. Her name is Imogen. She pees in the house sometimes. Also, she ate some of our garbage.
Classic.
Classic puppy behavior.
Yeah.
We had like a permanent like fence like line of dirt around the fence growing up just from our labs just like sprinting in circles. Like just like go for it. Go get it out.
God,
Labs
she's-
are the best.
Yeah, she's so fun. She today figured out how to jump up onto the playscape in our backyard that we made. And it's not a low playscape. It's fucking up there. But she can climb.
She's not using like the rock wall. She's just jumping. up
She
there?
like jumps up the ramp, you know, to like
okay.
the rock wall. But then she doesn't use the slide to get down. And obviously she doesn't climb down like a human. She fucking just flings herself off of it. Just sends herself.
That's probably using a lot of energy. That's probably good.
Yeah, but I'm afraid she's gonna break a leg or something.
Well, that's fair.
She won't be able to race anymore.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those funny videos of like somebody gets home from work and they look on the roof and their golden retriever is just like on top of the roof? And he's like, "Get down! What are you doing up there?"
That's like you were telling me she had like jumped on your counter. I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah, she put all four. She gets all four of her feet on the counter, like stands up there, like she doesn't know what the hell a kitchen counter is.
Like a cat.
I can't.
She also
even
likes to be
imagine.
carried like a child, like if you would carry a baby on your side. She likes to be carried like that.
Wow.
Oh, she's good, but she loves water. And we're getting a pool this week, so
Ooh.
I'm pumped about that.
Have you also seen those videos of dogs that get too excited at the top of stairs and just like wah jump down the stairs? They get too
Yeah.
excited.
Has she absolutely like eaten shit on your stairs yet?
No, she's pretty coordinated, so she hasn't done that. But
Oh,
she
that's
doesn't
good.
have like a lot of care, like spatial awareness. Care about where other things or people are. So
Right.
it's only a matter of time.
Well, Croft, I don't think I told you this. Croft ate shit on your stairs when I was watching
Oh no!
your dogs once, and we were leaving the house, and I was taking her like down, but I was like, I kept trying to tell her like go down the stairs slowly. Like I was like, we'd walk down with the leash, and then like one day I was like carrying stuff, so I just like sent her down the stairs, and like she went so fast, but the gate at the bottom of the stairs was closed, and so
Oh,
she like wiped
no.
out. It was like not locked closed, but just like closed,
Yeah.
and she just like absolutely like ate it, wiped out
Aw.
into it, and I was like, oh.
They're
And then
pretty
she-
slippery stairs, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's not a safe situation for my
Yeah.
children
Yeah.
or dogs.
Or Kenny.
We
Or
haven't had any
Kenny.
falls yet. Knock on wood.
Hello, my name is Becky Schmader. I'm the game master for This Could Get Dicey, and today it's a beautiful day to buy a souvenir.
A
Oh.
souvenir.
A souvenir,
souvenir?
yes,
Where'd you go?
to the zoo.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So a souvenir from the zoo.
Yeah, stuffed animal.
A
did.
souvenir?
A souvenir. I was thinking it too, Destiny.
Souvenir.
Yes, thank you.
You bring home a bird with you.
Yeah, I brought home a bird. Because at that zoo, you can feed the birds a little nectar, so I just stole one of the birds and brought it home. Anyways,
kind
no,
of
I got
stuffed
a
animal
stuffed
was it?
animal.
Everyone
Wait.
guess.
Oh, yeah, guess what animal it is.
Oh,
I
bear.
say hippo.
An otter.
Okay, Destiny's right. It was a bear. Look at it.
Oh, cool.
Aw.
It's so soft, too,
That's
and it
really
reminds me
cute.
of my dog.
Let's send it down the stairs and see if it reminds
See if it eats shit.
Oh, cute little bear.
It is cute. It sits on my desk. I like it. I love bears. I love them.
I didn't know that about you, I don't think.
Yes. It's because in 5th grade I did a project on grizzly bears being endangered. I don't think they were endangered at the time, but they were on the like watch list for being endangered. Since then I've just always loved bears. I think they're incredible creatures.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Was the character
Elementary
bear
school projects, yep.
was the character bear more important than one conversation? Because that's all we gave him.
Oh, no.
Okay, good.
He wasn't a bear, right?
No, he wasn't a bear.
Oh no!
You'll know when there's an important bear in the
Okay.
show.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
I didn't think
Do you have a
about
favorite like cartoon bear?
Ooh, good question.
that. Oh. That's a
Because
good
I do.
I have one.
I mean, I guess mine would be like Winnie the Pooh, probably.
It's a good one.
Little bear.
Oh, Little
I was
Bear's a
gonna
good
say
one.
Little Bear.
Oh.
I learned a
would
lot
also
of
say,
baking from Little Bear.
oh,
Because
yeah.
the mom taught you to go like 1, 2, 3, one direction, one the other direction. So you get all the lumps.
I was gonna say corduroy.
Oh, that's a good one
corduroy.
too.
You know, bears.
Bears. Does everyone have a favorite type of bear?
Yeah.
The ones that are not near me. Because they're big and scary. But I guess polar bear. I like polar bears.
I was gonna say polar bear as well.
I like black bears. We saw some black bears on a hike once, like 100 feet away, scrambling up a tree. Got real scared and turned around.
In
It was
Texas?
really cool. No, we were
Okay, I
in
was gonna
North
say-
Carolina.
Oh, okay.
It was
I
awesome.
don't think they're supposed to be here. Mine would be grizzly bears, but black bears are cute. Speckled bears are also fun.
Mm.
Black bears seem the most like closest. I know this is wildly incorrect, and I would ever think that if I was ever like in a situation with bears. But black bears seem the most like dogs to me.
Yeah.
Like,
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Nobody at us at all, but that's probably true.
yeah.
Well, yeah, because there's like, so black bears, you make noise to deter them, and like really
Yes.
they just want food. Like, versus like grizzly bears are like they're like way more territorial, and if you see a grizzly bear, it's like, good luck.
There's nothing to do.
I think you're supposed to be like quiet and like lay down or something.
I
like
thought,
that.
yeah, grizzly bears, you're supposed to lie down on the floor still.
Yeah. But black bears, you get the pots and pans out and you start making ruckus.
That's maybe why they ran away. We were talking about how we wanted to see bears on this hike we were on. And then, as we were talking about it, some bears scrambled up a tree. Baby black bears scrambled up a tree. And the mama bear was like at the base just like, what are you going to do? Like, please make a decision. So we just turned around. Walked away.
Good choice. Polar bear. Die. You're just going to die.
Yeah, run away.
Yeah.
You run
What a
away.
way to go.
That thing wants-
You're going to go. That's it.
Hey guys, let us know if you want a D&D season where we just do bears.
Oh, there's this. The first D&D thing I ever did was like a bear
Was it honey
heist.
Honey
Yeah,
heist?
that
Heist.
one.
Honey heist.
I'd do a honey
Classic.
heist season.
That's
Let us
so
know.
cute.
All bears.
Uh-oh,
Oops, all bears.
Oops, all bears.
Okay. With that, who's ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Rawr.
Aye, aye, aye.
Okay. Last we left off, things came to a point in Ursa Nor. Helena, reawoken and seemingly at a much stronger state, had been dragged into town to become some sort of prize to Natasha Vellamwood. Dade and Natasha wished a line in the sand to be drawn, and for those who followed Siloria to perhaps no longer feel welcome in the town. Maria, freshly reminded of why she came to Ursa Nor in the first place, stood her ground and refused Dade and Natasha's stance. She created a wind wall, blowing everyone back and creating an opening for you all to snag Helena and escape town. Additionally, you all blew up a pedestal with some black lichen while there as well, but that really never got addressed because we didn't get a chance to address that there, so just know that that also happened and is significant. Teleporting away from the commotion, you all ended up safely in the Court of Outlaws near Mistfall, a welcome, safe refuge for you all. After gathering yourselves, you headed out to Mistfall. It is now early evening on the 9th day of Hallowmoon. Just so everyone knows, it's only been a week since you've been gone from Venzor. You all haven't been in Mistfall in about 2 weeks, and you were only in like Ursa Nor for like 4 days
3
or something like
days,
that.
yeah,
3 or
something
4 days. And so yeah, you all are approaching the gates of Mistfall with Helena, and that is where you all begin.
Helena, have you ever been to Mistfall?
I have not been to Mistfall before. I'm not sure it existed 1,000 years ago.
Well, it exists now, and it's super cool. You're gonna love it. Like, lots of big trees, super misty, hospitality out the butt. You're gonna have a great time.
It sounds most excellent. I cannot wait.
Do you enjoy reading? Because there's a big library here, and you might have a little bit of history to catch up on from the last 1,000 years.
I must say I have not been around a book in quite some time, so while I do know, I believe how to read, and I do know I like to read, it is a muscle I have not flexed in quite some time.
There's a librarian here, right? That's really nice.
Yeah, Isabella. She's friendly to us. I think that's her name. That came to my head.
That sounds right. Sure.
We could probably get you a part-time job at the library or something.
If that is what you want.
I don't think you need a job. I think you're pretty self-sufficient.
You just stay with us, I think. I'm happy for you to just be with us.
Sure.
But what we should talk about this though. Like, you're going into a civilization for the first time in a millennium. Are you feeling okay and safe? Is this going to be okay? Things may be wildly different.
I am sure this is about to be incredibly overwhelming, as I've been stuck in the wilderness for a millennium, as you mentioned before. Ursa Nor was a little bit of a culture shock, but I was only there for but 15 minutes before being teleported away. I am excited to see what has happened in a millennium. I will say it's very nice that this town or city has trees, so I feel more at ease.
We're about to go inside of a big tree. That's kind of like our home base.
That is excellent. I did also like the cave that we were at. That was nice too, with the moss on the ground.
I don't remember that.
Oh, yes.
Yes, the one we were just left.
Corvallis,
Okay,
yes. That one.
We were just there, but 10 minutes ago.
Sorry. Sorry. How about we get a brown ale in you at the Squirrel's Folly, and we talk about maybe what just happened. What's going on with you now?
I'm dying to see these fucking robots again.
Absolutely.
What's a robot?
You are about to question everything you've ever comprehended. Come on.
Hey, that sounds scary. Okay, let us go forth. You all walk through town. Nothing's really changed in the last 2 weeks, but you all head to the grand or the lift that takes you up to the doorway for the Squirrel's Folly, and outside is one of your robot friends, Usher. Welcome to the Squirrel's Folly. My name is Usher, here at your service. Tonight's special is a pot roast, served with seasonal root vegetables. For dessert, we have triple chocolate brownies. Oh, I know you, my saviors. Usher moves to give you all hugs, and he's gonna waddle over and try and hug you all.
I do like the dap up, grab arm, pull in, very, very informal hug.
Yes, I'll get in there and I'll cradle his head against my chest. It's so good to be home and see you.
Loomis stiff arms them.
I have moved up in the world since you last saw me only but a few weeks ago. Alarin has me work the door now, as I am good with people. Please do come in.
Look at you, your little door buddy.
I am, one might say I am an usher. Ha.
How fitting. It's almost as if the three of us are psychic.
You know
and
what
we predicted your future.
We really, we really placed you here. It feels like we was meant to be.
It does. Are you all seers?
Yes, we are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this one's quiet.
Oh yeah, she's a little shell shocked. She hasn't seen civilization in 1,000 years. This is Helena, champion of Siloria.
And yeah, you see that Helena's mouth is agape, just staring at at Usher. What has created this creature before us? This is, I must say, a slight to Siloria, as there is not an organic piece of material in front of it or within it. But you say this is your friend?
Hold on. This is one of 3 of our friends. This is Usher. And while, yes, Usher and his little buddies were created by a freaky little dude who no longer is alive, Usher is made up of organic material. I mean, metal.
Yeah, they've got a lot of heart. And I'll look at Ellis and I'll be like, don't mention the lichen. She hates that stuff.
I wasn't. I was going to mention the metal that,
okay.
Matter is not created nor destroyed.
You're right.
You are so correct, Ellis. Thank you for that reminder that we are all bits and pieces of Siloria's creation.
That's what I'm fucking talking about, homie. Third eye open.
Emil's stomach fucking drops back into the right place because I, Kenny Chilton, felt like I was about to throw up. Because I thought you were about to mention that this robot was made of this black lichen. She was going to slaughter him.
They're made of the evil goo. Usher opens the door for you all and kind of brings you, waddles behind you and lets you all pick a table out. It's still open seating, just because he's there. He's kind of just there to greet people. He sits you down, or once you all have sat down at the table of your choice, he asks, may I start you off with something to drink? perhaps a brown ale.
Let's get 4 brown ales. Y'all got any new apps on the menu?
I will ask the boys if they can whip up a chef special for our dear saviors.
Thank you. This hospitality is exactly what I was wanting.
Usher sort of waddles back towards the kitchen, but you can hear from the kitchen Cookie, Quish, and Fudge are like yelling to each other. I need 2 dailies, make 'em big boys, and a hot hoagie.
Yes, chef.
And then you hear the other one go, yes, chef. And then you see
behind.
Usher talking to them. And yeah, he's going to go see if he can find you some appetizers.
I bet they're going to develop a secret menu. I can't wait to be on the ground floor of that.
I bet they smoke cigarettes now behind the bar on their 15s.
Yeah, they're forming lifelong friendships that only people who work hourly jobs can form.
Is Lauren walking around?
You see Lauren is sort of like bustling around the inn, carrying people their drinks and food. And while you're kind of also looking around, you don't see anyone else really of note at the moment. But yeah, Lauren is around if you want to wave her down.
Just a quick hello. Just to let her know that we're back in town and we're safe. And as we're kind of catching up with her, I'm just like, this is our friend Helena.
Oh,
she's new here.
Oh, hi, Helena. Welcome to the Squirrel's Folly. I hope you find it most enjoyable, and I hope you enjoy our new wait staff and chefs. It is a most welcome inn that you have created here, Lauren. I must say, the mighty tree in which you have built this building around is magnificent. I only wish that all buildings were like this. Oh, thank you so much. It's a family establishment. Been here a long time like this. We love the trees here in Mistfall.
How are the little robot buddies doing? They seem to be working quite great, and labor is still $0.
Oh, yeah, they're great. They just love having a purpose in their life and a goal every morning. I tell them like, hey, can you guys mop the floors, and they are like bickering over who gets to do that, and that's just that's something else. That's different, but they're great, and Cookie Quish has really become a great head chef of the kitchen. He's coming up with all kinds of new recipes. The pot roast tonight, listen, you know me, I made a good pot roast and stew, but the Cookie Quishes is next level, I tell you what.
Wow.
What about Fudge? He seems to be in last place, huh? Fudge? There's got to be a last place, right?
Well, he's like the sous chef,
Okay.
Well,
so
he's also his specialty is really becoming, you wouldn't guess it, but dessert.
Yeah, he ran an ice cream and candy shop.
That's right. Yeah, his scoop comes in handy. The perfect cookie sizes with that scoop,
We really are soothsayers. Is there anything new going on in town? Anything we missed? I know it's only been a couple weeks.
Oh, nothing too much, No, nothing crazy. Just kind of all the usual stuff. Nothing out of the norm.
Sweet. That's good to hear. Sometimes no news is good news. Well, we'll definitely take a round of pot roast if it's ready. And it's really nice to see you again, Lauren. We're happy to be back. We'll probably be here for at least a day or two.
Oh, excellent. And of course, your rooms are always available and on the house.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow, that's very generous of you, Lauren. Thank you. We have
course.
represented the name of the Squirrel's Folly well.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I hope that people start coming here just for it.
Well, we've made a lot of enemies too, so maybe not. Hopefully
okay.
not. But really quick, on that note, have you seen Elizabeth around?
Oh, I really haven't. I don't think she's stopped in the last week or anything. I haven't seen her since she kind of like left town, I think, when you guys left town. So I haven't seen her recently. But
Okay.
you know her. She'll always find you if you want to find her or something.
That's her motto. Well, thanks, Lauren. It's good to see you.
Absolutely. She walks away, and then you see that Cookie, Quish, Fudge, and Usher are all coming out with little plates to greet you all as well. And they don't really have faces to emote with, but you can tell they seem happy as they bring you all a plate, some appetizers. It's a Southwest egg roll. So
Triple dipper.
Triple dipper, yeah.
The whole triple
As
dipper.
well as like an amuse-bouche from the chef. So like a nice a perfect quiche.
A little off the menu.
Yeah. Hello, friends. Thank you for giving us jobs. My life is so fulfilled as the head chef of the Squirrel's Folly.
You're looking good, Cookie Quish. You're looking seasoned.
This life suits you.
Thank you. Fudge speaks up now. I am also fulfilled, although maybe less fulfilled than the other two. However, I am very happy scooping cookie dough onto cookie trays. And also, tonight's special, the triple chocolate brownie, is my specialty now.
I think it's cool that in the short time that y'all have kind of self-actualized, that you've all like like a hierarchy has already kind of formed. But I mean, all in all, last place in the Squirrel's Foolies is still like it's better than first place in most places. You know what I'm saying, bud?
That's right. Also, every friend group has some sort of hierarchy. That is just how society is born to do that. You all should rank yourselves right now.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
I'm just kidding. You're learning jokes, too. Was that one good?
That was very
That
good.
was
No.
yeah. It was.
Oh.
You remember Loomis?
I must be honest, and now that we have more freedom to speak our minds, Loomis, you have not ever been my favorite.
That makes sense. I definitely would have killed you if I had the opportunity before.
Oh.
Cook his ass! Cook his ass, Fudge!
Oh. You suddenly feel like perhaps Fudge has memories of like you murdering their friends around them, and
Yeah, like the friend I murdered.
I don't.
All right, okay.
It's ancient history, and also they were trying to kill us too. So don't. Like, hey, we've moved on. We've come a long way from a maniac's mansion in the woods. Okay, so let's eyes forward.
You see Fudge take a cigarette out of his pocket. I'm gonna go take my 15 now.
Ellis is just like, fuck yeah, dude, hell yeah, dude. How do they even smoke? That rules.
You see him go waddle outside and onto the deck and just like not light up a cigarette, but just stand there and smash it against his face.
He looks so cool.
Yeah, the robots go back to their business, and Helena now is drinking the ale and snacking on the food with you all. I must say, this ale is the best ale I've ever had. They certainly don't make it like this back in 1,000 years ago. It was much different. All alcohol sort of tasted the same.
Did they have egg rolls back then? Egg rolls rule.
They did not have egg rolls. People did wrap things in like leaves. But this flour is this wonton wrapper, one might say. This is a new technology to me.
It's a recipe from Southwestern America. We really like to bastardize things there. It kicks ass.
Most excellent.
But while we're on the topic of things you're discovering, I feel we would be remiss not to discuss your recent revelations about Atorum. That person, other person I mentioned.
Yes, Diana Littlespin. I remember murdering her in the battlefield, out in the woods.
It's not murder if it was a battle. It's just, part of war.
That's very kind of you to say, but it's still killing. and I'm happy to have done it. Let's start there. A very evil person, Diana Littlespin was. A general to Atorum. I remember this all now. I don't know why Celoria hid these memories from me, or hid all of these thoughts, or what exactly was the trigger of reminding me of these things, but much has come back to me, including my strength and my fortitude and my will and my drive to ensure that this evil is defeated once again.
What do you remember? Diana Littlespin was one of the generals. What about any other figures of note that you remember from that time?
I could not remember their names, I suppose not all of them, but there were quite a few figureheads to the army of those forces. Try as we might, we overcame them, but it was with great losses, that is for sure. It is hard to say that one side won, as there were grave losses on both sides, and while I suppose the good prevailed and Atorum was hidden away again into the world, the world was forever changed because of that.
If you don't remember names, would you happen to remember faces?
It is possible. It is possible, yes.
And Loomis just looks at her dead in the eye, does not break eye contact.
She's looking right back at you, but you're not getting the sense that she recognizes your face, or nothing is triggering anything per se.
Well, what about the rest of the war? It seems like we told you that the plant has been spotted in a couple different places now by us. We've destroyed both iterations that we've seen. What else can you tell us about the war? Is there anything else that we should be thinking about or looking for as this conflict might be coming to a head again now?
I remembered that there was destruction and cities were laid to waste, gone, never to be lived in again. It was horrible what happened during that time, and I remember now that this memory has been unsealed, I suppose, that Siloria placed me within the woods in order to ensure, or hopefully stay back those who might bring Atorum back. I remember that the three goddesses sealed Atorum away into the earth, into Jugala. I don't know what those pedestals are or what that plant is, and that didn't necessarily exist. I don't know. That is not ringing any bells to me. I suppose that is how people are feeding Atorum. Is that how they're bringing energy to him? He is a god that feeds on destruction, that feeds on life, that feeds on... He would be at his most powerful in a burnt plain with nothing but ash and dirt on the ground.
That's always the weird paradox with fucking weird gods like that, because once the world is all burnt to a crisp and there's nothing else to destroy, what does he do then? What's the point?
Also, if we're destroying things that feed him, would that feed him more?
It's like we're fighting fire with fire a little bit, it feels like.
Could a Tor make a sandwich so big that even he couldn't eat it? Gods, man, the pantheon.
I think that a god would prefer a roasted pig over ash for certain. So a live, living, breathing plant, is that what this is?
Yeah, it's the living it, but it's also kind of necrotic in nature. takes blood from people like me, Drees blood, and converts it into energy for a Torum. Do you think we could convince a Torum that the most satisfying thing to destroy would be something so difficult to destroy, like himself?
Whoa.
I don't think a Torum is one that we would speak to, I'll be honest.
Hey, they're trying to bring back a ancient evil god. I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. I don't know.
A valid idea.
I mean, to be fair, every time we've gotten close to a pedestal or a plant, we have heard somebody speaking to us.
It's true.
So he do be talking.
Every time he says...
I assume that's him.
I mean, he says feed me every time, so he's pretty one-minded.
It is possible that he is one-minded now. It is possible the stronger he gets that he will be multifaceted. I know he was locked away deep within the bowels of Drugala. I don't know what state he was in when that happened, or what the gods did to get him in a state in which they could do that. I don't know, but I don't wish to find out what multi-facets he has.
Me neither. I want to stop this whole conflict before anything comes to a head. I'd really like to just nip this thing in the bud. How does the Torum still have followers after all this time? Doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess dead gods can't really just be dead. I guess what's I mean, we're here in Mistfall. Like, what's our next steps? Like, what are we doing? Should we go talk to Danielle Stravich? Should we kind of wait around and eat egg rolls until Elizabeth shows up?
No, we should definitely go fill in Danielle Stravich and about everything that's happened, just so that the Citrine delegation knows what's going on in Venzor. There's some corruption happening in the government there, and so somebody of some trusted, I don't know how much we trust the Citrine delegation, but I mean, they've been helpful to me so far. Might be worth letting them know what's going on.
Yeah, I think we need as many allies as possible. Especially if there is corruption within the Citrine delegation, we should at least lock down somebody who we do trust.
I trust everyone we've talked to so far in the delegation. I mean, Sir Quain, I thought was, ruthless in a way, but helpful. Definitely pointed me in the right direction. Sent me to Danielle. Had told me the Indigo Magnolia was what I should be looking for. Everyone has pretty much confirmed that, although it seems more impossible now than ever to get that. Nothing they've told us or done for us has been unhelpful. They kind of sent us down this whole path in the first place.
I guess on a larger scale, we need to figure out where these other pedestals are. Which I think the only person who would probably know that info would be Elizabeth. She's probably tapped into the Whispers in other major cities.
Possibly. I mean, we know there's something in Theron.
I do want to eat pot roast before we go, though. Is that cool? Everybody okay with that?
Yeah, a good cooked meal sounds great.
Alarn brings out your pot roast, and then you will eventually also get the triple chocolate brownies with ice cream on top. But Alarn also brings out a little package that she received while you all were gone. It is a sort of wrapped parcel. Inside, you find a thick book as well as a note, and the note is addressed to Emil. And the book appears to be a catalog of sorts. On the cover, it says Venzor's Varieties Mail Order Catalog.
It's finally happening!
The note reads, Emil, I know you haven't been gone long, but we thought it best to get this to you, or hopefully get this to you as quick as possible. Hopefully you'll be returning to Mistfall and receive this. The girls were eager to find a way to help you, and we thought a great way to help you would be to finally figure out a way to get items to you that would be helpful. The girls and I did some brainstorming and decided that let's get the mail order catalog up and running. You'll be sort of our beta tester, so to speak. And if it works out well, this could be a way to grow the Venzor's Varieties name recognition. First mail order catalogs, then more stores across the continent. Now we moved quickly and unfortunately had to employ some of the arcanists at the House of Wonders, but I think we've gotten together something quite clever. Attached is a mail order catalog with an inventory of everything in the shop. Each catalog is a magical copy of the master catalog at the store, meaning we can update it with new inventory as it comes in.
Hell yeah, that's so convenient. Fucking love that.
On the last page is an order form, which is the master copy, and we have the magic copy. Fill out the form and we'll send out your order ASAP. Your order will be delivered by a bird and will take around 24 hours. Not a perfect system, and we're working with the House of Wonders to figure out some sort of quicker way to get you items, but alas, this will have to do. I hope you like our system, and whatever feedback you can offer, just write it in the notes box on the order form. We hope your travel has been safe. We miss you dearly. With the biggest hug and the most love possible, Kara, Salda, and Angel. P.S. Due to our partnership with the House of Wonders, we'll be carrying some of their items as well. I do know you detest them, but I believe this will still be quite lucrative for us.
Emil is teary-eyed, and he says, "Sorry for some of the flowery language. Beta testing, I mean, gosh, doesn't get much better than this."
Y'all are nationwide. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, we don't have to do this on the air here, but I will send you all a list of some items. For those of you subscribed to our Patreon at the second level or higher, you can submit items to be added to the mail order catalog once a month. So if you're interested in that, check out our Patreon. But it ranges in items that you've seen before at the House of Wonders, to like some just fun goofy items to some really powerful items. But I'll send you all that list, and if you want to order anything, we can kind of do that offline.
Well, that's exciting, Emil.
This is very cool. I'll go ahead and put it on display on the bar. The Squirrel's Folly. Just kind of put it up for everyone to see. In case anyone else wants to order too, not just us. Alright, so to the academy.
Let's go. You know, there's a lot of cool moments in the life of every podcast, a lot of cool milestones. And I think one of those milestones is every 10th episode. You got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, but 60? 60? That's such a high number. It's like we're old people now, and you're old too because you've been with us the whole time, and we love you for it. I want to give a super special shout out to the Patreon squad: Calvin, Alex, Norman, Cole, Carl, Raj, Shelby. What's up, y'all? What's good? Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us. And if you at home feel like joining this illustrious rank of amazing people, you can head on over to patreon.com/TCGDpod. We got a couple different tiers, whatever fits your budget. But if you're not in a place to financially support us right now, it's all good. I get it. You can tell a friend about the show. You can post about it on your social media. You can write a review on Apple Podcasts, and I'll read it out loud. You can make me say goo goo gaga. I don't care. You can go to our website, www.tcgdpod.com. We got some lore you're missing out on there. You can head over to our Instagram and TikTok at TCGDpod. We make funny videos. We don't just make podcasts roll dice. We make funny little skits and sketches and riffs and boofs and bits. Anyway, thank y'all for being here. Episode 60. That's insane. Let's get back to the episode. I love being at the Squirrel's Folly.
You all head over to the academy. It is evening, so there are lots of people sort of winding down for the night, but you all head up to your friend Dev isn't there, unfortunately. He's already kind of clocked out for the evening, but you all head up.
Wait. I want to go to his little desk.
Okay.
Say, I'm not too good at this myself, but does anyone want to do a little bit of snooping?
Yes.
Go for it. I'll cover you.
What am I snooping for?
I don't know.
Any hot gossip, you know?
He's our little, control. Our little, tie to humanity. We can't lose him. He's so important to us.
He's like a little rat in a cage, and we just keep...
Exactly.
testing new shampoos on him.
We are Johnson & Johnson.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
And he is the babies.
Yeah, you could snoop around. Go ahead and roll investigation check.
18.
18. Okay. What do you think you're like looking for in particular?
I'm looking for hot goss. No, I guess like a calendar, maybe a planner, some sticky notes that he's written
Love
down.
Notes, yeah. Sketches.
Sketch.
Done.
Nudie mags in the secret
Yeah.
drawer.
Okay. You look at his calendar and you don't see anything of note there.
Yes.
You look within like his like work notebook, his like planner sort of thing, and you kind of look through the notes, and you can sense his frustration at not being like better at magic. You know, there's lots of like go to like office hours with this professor and go to office hours with this professor sort of thing to try and get better at magic. You look around for sticky notes of any sort, and there's lots of sort of like, should I talk to this person, ? And it's like scratched out, and like a lot of just like despair. You kind of like snoop around in the trash can, and there's lots of these sticky notes that are kind of like, ask this person out on a date, and it's like crumpled up, torn up, thrown in the trash. And there was one that even said like, ask Elizabeth again, or like, ask Elizabeth why she stood me up. And that's been like
that's right.
crumpled up, thrown in the trash can. And that's kind of what you get. That his life has not improved, if only gotten worse in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, his life kind of sucks. There's nothing interesting here.
Fuck.
Well, I reach over the desk and I grab a sticky note, and on the sticky note I write, miracles happen once in a while if you believe. And I like put it, I just like stick it somewhere like noticeable for him to see.
I'll do one as well, and it's gonna say, wherever you go, there you are. And I'll stick that up as well somewhere for him to see. Helena, you do one. You're probably pretty inspiring.
That's right, I'm standing behind you all. I will write a letter as well, or a note to this. Who is this that we are writing a letter to? A note to?
Oh, this is just some dork we like to fuck with.
A dear friend of ours. We're trying to help become a professor here, and maybe, just possibly, find love.
Total fucking chump.
She finds like a paper, it looks like a rubric of some sort, and she starts writing this like long-winded note that's like, dearest friend to the Squirrel's folly, Siloria looks upon you with blessings, no matter if you look away or look right towards it. The sun always shines, the rain always falls, and the next day, the green will always grow. And she just kind of like keeps going, and it's like long-winded and dense, and she signs it Helena and leaves it on the desk.
I put another one on there that's just a butt farting.
Loomis puts one that just says do better.
It's beautiful.
It's good to be back. All right. What a good little pit stop. Let's go. Let's move on.
You all head up the stairs to the botany wing. It's again quite quiet up here, but it's still, there's still some people in their offices, and you head over to Daniel Stravich's office, and do you knock on the door?
Knock, knock.
There appears to be nobody there at the moment.
Oh, I'm gonna knock again. Knock, knock.
Is the door locked?
The door is locked.
Can I pick the lock?
You can attempt to pick the lock, yes.
I attempt to pick the lock. And
I'll make sure no one's watching us.
Advantage?
You don't have advantage, but you get to add your proficiency bonus.
That's
You
what
roll
it is.
Dexterity, add proficiency.
Can I look around to see if there's anyone watching us?
Yes, go ahead and roll a perception check.
19.
17.
There doesn't appear to be anyone watching you all, and you're able to pop the lock on the door, and the door swings open, and you are looking into the office of Daniel Stravich.
I like this idea in case she was like murdered or something, but now that the office is empty, we should just like leave.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, she's not in there.
She is not in there.
Something.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet, cool B&E though. You know, it's cool that we're always ready to commit a crime.
Yeah, I just wanted to get some practice in too, just in case.
Mm-hmm. Well, shit. I mean, I guess we could go back tomorrow.
I put the lock back together.
Okay, yeah, you close the door and you somehow pick it closed. I don't know how that works, but
with my superior body,
it seems
fine.
doable. Yeah, you just slam it closed so hard that the lock slide back into place.
You rub your abs on the door handle, locks. I don't know how I did that.
Helena, I do think it would be helpful for you to maybe spend some time in the library here. I was being silly, but I think it's a serious recommendation that you do a little bit of reading to make sure, just some of the major things that have happened. If you want to speak, you don't sleep, right? So you could spend some time here.
That is true. I meditate for a few hours, but it would seem I really like this space that we're in right now. This is quite lovely. This greenhouse of sorts up in the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the botany wing. This is where they're testing out all different types of plants, and it's like a little greenhouse. They can grow shit here like year round.
Incredible.
This professor is the person who kind of put us onto the black lichen and has been helping us with this.
That is most excellent, but she is not here, it appears.
She's busy. She's a busy person.
It's nighttime.
It is.
Well, now we're just standing in a hallway outside of Daniel Stravich's door.
Do you think Elizabeth might find us in the forest?
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
Why do we do this every time we come to Mistfall? We walk into the city. It's like a big city. We walk forever to get to the middle of the city, and then we immediately turn around and walk. I'm going. Come on.
You all are going to stay in the forest? You're all heading back out?
Yeah.
To the forest?
I'm not going to sleep there. I'll wait for a couple hours. We have a bomb blew up in my face today. I'm sleeping in a bed at the Squirrel's Folly.
Smash cut to the woods, and Ellis is just passed out against a rock.
Yeah, you all go out to the woods to your normal spot in which you have found Elizabeth, lurking before. Again, it's kind of like 7-8 p.m. now. The sun's pretty much down as you all kind of sit. I assume you make a little campfire. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'll make a campfire.
Okay. As you all sit in the woods.
While we're here, let's make a plan. Where are we going next? When we get our rest in here, what are we doing? We have to decide as a group where we're going to go next.
I mean, are you trying to get the? No, we're waiting for at least a month and a half, right, before we go look for the flower.
Yeah. It's too early to head to the Elderwood.
Do we just send it at Theranhill?
My vote is Theranhill.
Hill? Whatever, sorry.
Who cares? It might be scary to think about confronting these people, but I mean, you're the one who convinced me, Ellis, that this is paramount. This is more important than my, little cure anyway. If they get their plans off, then that's it. And if we wait too long, they might recoup their forces. They might start going after our families. Who knows what these people will do? So eventually the word's going to get out that we killed this plant in this basement in Ursa Nor. I don't want to give them too much time to kind of snap back at us.
Obviously, that's the only, I guess, kind of lead we have of a next place to go. Hoping that Danielle or Elizabeth will shine some more directorial light. But yeah, I mean, shit. If that's the only place that we know at the moment, and that's where we're going.
We do need to tell people what we know, though.
Yeah, we can't go in. we can't go in blind. You're right. We rest up for now. We fill in Elizabeth. Get any information they might have about Theron Hill and the operation there. I wonder if there's anyone in town who can, like, send messages like Ellis can, but over distance, because it might be good to hear what's going on the ground in Venzor.
I did have that origami demon message scroll, but I did give that to your family. So I think, at least until we get a message from that thing...
Nothing major is happening. You're right.
Nothing major is happening, but I would love to know what the, couple days aftermath of the Hollow Moon Ball was. I'm sure that was a big shakeup for the city.
Unless nobody knows that a major government official in the city is secretly working for this evil god.
Could we send... I mean, it's going to take a bit, but could we send someone from the court of outlaws to check in and then report back to us?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. We did get free coupons to get back on the boat because there was a murder on the last one that we rode, so we could send them with a coupon. We kind of do have, like, foot soldiers at our command in that regard. Yeah. So we could, that's not a bad, why not? Doesn't hurt us. If that person doesn't come back, well, so what?
Do you think we could just, like, walk into the Court of Outlaws hideout and be like, mount up! And everybody would be like, hoorah, super fine! I'm like...
I think so.
Probably.
Hell yeah. We're in charge. Well, I like that we have a plan. Let's try. Let's try to catch in with people tomorrow. I'm not gonna, I don't want to wait out in the forest for Elizabeth.
I'll wait out here.
I'm happy to wait.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to miss out if she does come.
Hey man, you gotta suffer for these things sometimes.
You have to show effort that you want to see her.
A bomb blew up in my face. I took a bomb.
Oh,
I took a bomb to the face.
You know what? I bet she's playing hard to get.
Ellis, don't play that game. Ellis, don't. Ellis likes validation. If Elizabeth doesn't want to date Ellis, that's fine. That's totally cool. But if anybody wants to... I dropped out of school in the 3rd grade because of recess. I don't like to play no games. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, jeez.
I park my little sleepy ass by the fire and we wait.
Okay, you all set up camp here, rolling out your bedrolls and getting kind of comfy under the stars here in the forest. Do you all do anything while you're waiting around?
I will press my suit and clean it.
Sure.
Keep watch.
Yeah, I'll clean Barbara and tune her up and play a little bit, but probably just go to sleep.
Yeah, Loomis is going to keep watch as well, and if, like, the hours go by, I think eventually he's going to start to meditate. I just don't know how long, what the time's passing.
The evening goes by without anybody coming by or any note. At some point, Loomis, you kind of sneak away from Helena's, well, unless you don't care, but you go.
Loomis does not care.
Okay. You kind of go on the other side of the campfire away from Helena, but still well within her view to meditate.
People can see me, but more than 10 feet away.
Sure. Okay. To slurp on some plants. Helena also, at some point, you all notice, like, meditates, but not for, like, a long period of time, but just kind of shuts her eyes and stuff. Sure enough, though, come morning, standing outside your campgrounds and sort of wandering in classically with her knife and apple is Elizabeth Levax. And she kind of just, like, wanders in. I imagine you all are kind of like Ellis and Emil, you're maybe like groggy and kind of waking up as she walks into camp and is just like, you could just wait for me at the outlaws, the court's hideout, or like we could find each other in town at the inn. You don't have to keep camping out here,
I'm saying nothing. I wanted to sleep in a bed last night. That's all I'm gonna say.
I struck one of the best deals of my life out here, so I don't know. It feels like good luck ground. So, and you found us, so I don't know.
I did as I was on my way to town, to the inn, to find you all at the inn, as I assumed you would be at the inn, but full of surprises, the three of you.
Yes, including this person who you've never met before.
Yes.
This is Helena.
Helena gets up, like dusts off, presents herself to Elizabeth. They shake hands. Well met, Helena. I am glad to see you all are safe and back from your trip. Shall we catch up here or go to the Squirrel's Folly to catch up?
Let's go have coffee. I would like coffee and some breakfast. Let's head on back to the Squirrel's Folly.
What we have to tell you is not forest conversation.
Of course. You all head back into, clean up camp and head into town with Elizabeth, sort of catching up a little bit on your way there. You all get some coffee and pancakes and a big spread of breakfast from the robots as you all settle in to really meet with Elizabeth. Well, it's been some time since we all have, about a week or so since we all last saw each other. Are you all well? Did you all learn what you needed to?
Oh yeah, and some. We went up to Ursa Nor, met Helena. Helena, do you mind us telling our friend Elizabeth your deal?
I am a champion of Siloria, and I am here to protect them. Feel free to tell any more that you need to for the story, Ellis.
Fabulous.
Can we just tell
make
her
our way?
everything? All the details?
I mean, is there anything you want to leave out?
No.
While Ellis or Emil's telling the story, I want to just look around the room, see who else is in the area.
Roll a perception check.
Although I wouldn't feel at liberty to tell Loomis's info, and I also would not say that in front of Helena. So not the general.
I would absolutely
general
leave that part out.
Yeah.
18.
18. Nobody. I mean, you see Dev having breakfast this morning. Some of the townsfolk that you recognize are having some breakfast, but nobody out of the ordinary.
Okay, just making sure.
And as I'm kind of wrapping up the story, I'm like, bomb blew up in my face. We, Emil's mom put up a wind wall. We grabbed Helena and we boomed right back into the cave.
Well, that sounds like quite the harrowing experience. I'm glad that you're all safe. Glad that Helena could help protect you at certain times, perhaps. And I'm glad that a bomb in the face didn't take you out, Ellis.
Me too.
Let's see. Since I've been away, we've been sort of investigating everything that we kind of learned about the benefactor that night, and sort of figuring out where the other branches of the Court of Outlaws sort of stand, and sort of figuring out a little bit more how deep does the benefactor's hands go, whatever. Basically, we found out that the Venzor branch of the Court of Outlaws is not to be trusted. There's a major branch of the court in each of the cities, so one in Mistfall, one in Theronhill, one in Brynhorn, and one in Venzor. The Venzor one, I don't think we should talk to them. I don't think they are to be trusted. They seem to be pretty entangled with Granick, as well as Silas Halleckfer. So I think they're basically just wrapped up in whatever business that they're all working on. The Theron Hill branch I made contact with, they are kind of in the same boat as us. They are aware that they don't want to be entangled with the benefactor anymore. And to clarify, the benefactor doesn't own us or anything. We took some jobs from the benefactor at the time. We were running close there, but it's our branch as well as the Theron Hill branch. I believe we're sort of both weaning ourselves off of it as best we can without raising any sort of suspicion. Since getting the book and all of that, we haven't been asked anything else to do there. The Theron Hill branch is still somewhat working with the benefactor, as they are part of a supply line that runs from Ursanor, which, as you all mentioned, you spoke of the... You mentioned I'm sure you brought up like the letters talking about TH and all that. So, I putting two and two together, I'm sure that that's the supply line that runs from Ursanor, and that the Theron Hill branch is sort of helping keeping that open, and that they basically run the supply line. They meet like halfway, I believe, with those from Ursanor, and then bring the supplies to a warehouse in Theron Hill. That is what I've sort of figured out there.
How easy would it be for us to make contact with the Theron Hill Court of Outlaws and work our way into that supply line, and maybe find our way to the warehouse?
I think that that would be my suggestion as well. Is they seem to be trustworthy. They again seem to be in the same boat of nobody. At least I'll speak for myself. I don't want the Court of Outlaws to become part of some evil plot to destroy the world, and I don't think those in Theron Hill want that either. Right now, it's just been a means to an end. But I have spoken with, the head of their branch. Their name is Aelthal. They're a tiefling with blue skin, dark navy horns, black smeared tattoos underneath their eyes. If you all are wanting to make contact with someone, I can let them know, give them a heads up that you're headed there, and get a location for you all to meet with them. I think you all would be excellent candidates to sort of infiltrate that warehouse and get to the bottom of like what is leaving the warehouse, what's going on inside the warehouse, all of that.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely do that. How far is Theron Hill from here? Walking? I mean, we could try teleporting, but that's always...
I'd say it's probably about 2 weeks on foot. Give or take a little bit, but it is, there's Mistfall, and then you would pass through Hay Meadow, a smaller town, and then get to Theron Hill. So you'd be going past that area where you first encountered the plant matter by about another week.
Well, I mean, we could just try to skip there immediately.
Yeah, I mean, we have at least one more conversation to have here in town today, but then, yeah, I don't want to delay at all. If we can send word ahead, and it might behoove us to spend an extra day here, though, to shop the and I'll reference it on the bar, the Vensworth Varieties mail catalog, new and upgraded. Elizabeth, if you're looking for a supplier, this mail order catalog, I gotta tell you, it's something special.
This is your own business, is it not?
It is my own business. You're right. Yes.
We'll just make sure that's out there in the open. I mean, yeah, if they have good supplies, I'm sure we would love to use them.
Maybe don't, if you order, maybe don't use an alias, just because I don't know if Vensworth Varieties is... Do you care if you supply a criminal organization with items?
Nah, I trust you.
I mean, we're all one and the same now, to an extent.
Yeah, we're intertwined. You've been in my house. I've seen your feet.
Oh, no.
Great callback.
Is that what you were looking up in your notes?
No,
yes, I saw Elizabeth's
I was
feet.
looking up if timber was from Hay Meadow. I know that's great. The grung that we rescued from the collector's house. I could not find that information, but that's what I was looking at.
I can't remember where he's from.
He's not alive anymore.
He didn't make it back home, I don't think.
He didn't make it.
He had one last
He got picked up by a big bird.
Squirrel's Foolies, and someone took him, yeah.
A giant eagle just immediately like, squaw!
Remember how suspicious we were of that motherfucker? Okay.
You were.
Yeah, it was specifically me. That's why I took so many notes on him. I'll say, all right, so Elizabeth, if you'll get into contact with Ailful, and we'll kind of hang around the town and wait till we hear from you to head that way.
That sounds excellent. Okay, I will get to that. And let you know. You can find me. I'll probably be at the hideout today and tomorrow. So if you need me, I'll be there.
Cool. Well, it's nice seeing you again. What's I mean, obviously, we're all in a circle here. What are your next steps? What are you doing? Where are you heading?
We haven't gotten any contact with the Breinhorn branch of the court, so I might pursue that a little bit more, although we kind of believe they might be in the same boat as the Vinzor branch and that they might not also be able to be trusted, so cautiously do that. But I've also just, much like you all, I've been on the move for the last week. I just got back last night, or yesterday at some point. So I a little bit of R&R is definitely within my plans.
Oh yeah, you earned it. Is this like a normal thing that fucking happens? It's like the Court of Outlaws get like almost like corrupted and like splinter off into their own little mini things. I mean, like I imagine keeping a whole nation spiderweb connection of Thieves Guild is hard enough as it is, without like greed coming into play.
Right. I would say that it is not out of the question that we are a criminal organization of sorts, so corruption is abound. So we've always kind of operated as 4 sort of separate networks. That's why we didn't connect at all with the Vinzor branch when we went down there. But if we're able to connect and help each other, then that's always lovely and helpful. But historically, it comes up every once in a while, sure.
Unfortunately, they're siding with people that want to burn the world to a crisp. Sweet. I guess let's head back to the delegation and the library and hope that we were never there last night. I kind of like changed my sentence mid-sentence. We were never there last night. I'm feeling kind of guilty about breaking into Danielle's office.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's true. Although we did leave a humongous paper trail at Dev's desk.
Is Dev still there?
Yeah, is he watching us eat breakfast with Elizabeth?
Yeah.
He hasn't gone into work yet, so...
Yeah, he hasn't gone to work yet, so he's just still, like, drinking coffee and reading his books. I'm not sure that Danielle will be here yet. I know that she was down in Vinzor last I had heard news of that, but perhaps she will make it back to town today or soon.
Okay. Well, I will say I would like to personally... I know we're itching to kit and caboodle out of here, but I would like to peruse the catalog and order some stuff and maybe get some stuff and then maybe leave tomorrow.
Let's do that, because I want to get some stuff before we go. We can equip all of our new items and spend the money that Elizabeth's about to give us, maybe for, I don't know, salary or something.
I suppose a little cut of what's been coming in is in order, but I must say it's not a lot. But she divvies out 100 gold pieces to each of you.
I'll take it.
This is plenty.
Yes, that will be about we don't get huge cuts all the time, and most of it we put in a pot to, help sort of feed everyone and things like that. But yes, here's a small cut for the last few weeks.
It's a small trade-off in exchange for you joining the fight against the Torum.
That's true. It seems that the court has really become quite entwined with all of this. But there's no point living if the world's gone, I suppose, right?
Absolutely. What's the point of stealing from people if they're all dead?
Right, exactly. We can't if they're dead, so.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but I slept like dog poop. I am going to go get in a cubby and take a little mid-morning nap.
Yeah, I think we'll pass the time resting, ordering from the catalog.
Okay. We will end there with you all sort of gathering around the catalog and sort of relaxing for the day. And we'll start up there again with your items being chosen and get those all ordered. So
I'm going to spend all my money. I'm going to buy so many more stupid things. I have to buy another bomb. There has to be another bomb on there. That has to be my new bit. It's just bombs.
Just bombs. Well, things didn't quite get dicey this episode on This Could Get Dicey.
It's okay.
Maybe next week.
It's okay. we blew something up last week.
I have to end the episode somehow.
All right, so we didn't blow anything up this episode, but some good groundwork is happening. Things are about to get crazy, I think, when we go to this other city. We'll see. Thanks for listening along here at episode 60. Holy cow. Go follow us on all of our socials at TCGD Pod. Join our Patreon if that's in your budget. We loved having you either way. And then stick around and join us for our next episode, Wednesday, September 4th.